Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Live News Update. I'm Maggie Volsky. Last night, Buena Vista City Council voted to default on its loan for the Vista Links golf course. The council approved an emergency ordinance that turned over outstanding payment of the loan to its insurer, ACA. The ordinance is effective immediately. Buena Vista plans to negotiate a future settlement with ACA. Mayor Frankie Hogan said in the council meeting last night that, in his words, the bottom line is that the city made a bad investment. He also said, sometimes hopes and dreams aren't enough, no matter how hard we work to get there. Also headlining local news, the announcement of a new principal for Waddell Elementary School. The Lexington City School Board announced Timothy Martino will take over as principal beginning on January 5th, 2015. Lexington School Superintendent Dan Lyons made the announcement last night in an email to all faculty and staff at Lexington City Schools. Martino replaces Dr. Lisa Clark as principal of Waddell Elementary. Turning now to national news, a Senate report finds that the CIA's detention and interrogation practices during the Bush administration following the September 11, 2001 terror attacks did not work and were more brutal than previously revealed. The Senate Intelligence Committee released a summary of more than 6,000-page report today. It looked at CIA interrogation records from 2001 to 2009. Dianne Feinstein, chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee, detailed findings and explained why they wanted to release them.
It shows that the CIA's actions a decade ago are a stain on our value and on our history. The release of this 500-page summary cannot remove that stain, but it can and does say to our people and the world that America is big enough to admit when it's wrong and confident enough to learn from its mistakes. Releasing this report is an important step to restore our values and show the world that we are, in fact, a just and lawful society.
The report found that the techniques used were deeply flawed and often resulted in fabricated information. President Barack Obama outlawed enhanced interrogation techniques soon after taking office in 2009. President George W. Bush and members of his administration have disputed the report findings, saying that the program did work. Campus sexual assault was the topic of a Senate Judiciary Subcommittee hearing today. The subcommittee was investigating why only a small percentage of campus sexual assault victims go to the police for help. Witnesses included Senators Claire McCaskill and Kirsten Gillibrand, and representatives from Oregon State as well as Cornell University Police. The hearing comes in the wake of a Rolling Stone article that described an alleged gang rape in a fraternity house at UVA. The magazine later acknowledged mistakes in its reporting. Department of Defense officials today released new grand jury documents from the Ferguson case. The records include the federal autopsy report, audio of gunshots, police radio traffic from the day of the shooting, and many pages of witness interviews. Missing, though, was the testimony from the FBI's interview with Dorian Johnson, who was Michael Brown's friend and the closest eyewitness to his death. Johnson repeatedly claimed that his friend's hands were up in surrender as Officer Darren Wilson shot and killed him. The UK's Prince William and Duchess Catherine are wrapping up their trip to the United States today with a somber moment. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge visited the September 11th Memorial Museum this morning to pay their respects to the victims. The couple had a packed agenda during their 3-day stay, attending multiple fundraisers and even meeting Jay-Z and Beyonce. On Monday, William met with President Obama at the White House to discuss environmental issues. This is the couple's first official visit to the United States since they traveled to California in 2011. That's all for today. For more on Buena Vista's move to default and other news from Rockbridge County, visit our website at rockbridgereport.washingtonandlee.net. Thanks for staying updated. Have a great afternoon.